Let's be honest, nobody gave Fantastic Four a chance. Not after the leaks, not after the rumors, and definitely not when it was going up against Jurassic World Rebirth and Superman. On paper, this movie was doomed. But here's the crazy part, it's actually good. Like, shockingly good. So, how did Marvel's most hated project turn into its biggest surprise? Stick around because this story is wilder than you think. Let's talk about why everyone wrote this movie off before it even hit theaters. First, the competition. Jurassic World 4 was coming off a $1.2 billion predecessor, despite critics comparing it to Fast and Furious with dinosaurs. And James Gunn's Superman had over 18 months of viral marketing, a film so hyped it sucked all the oxygen out of the room. Meanwhile, Fantastic Four was surrounded by rumors that test audiences had walked out during early screenings. New leaks from Marvel insiders revealed the studio expected this to bomb. Internal projections showed a 47% Rotten Tomatoes score and $300 million global max. Why is that? 3 reasons. First, the MCU's 2025 track record. Madam Web flopped so hard Sony wiped its social media. And that Nova Disney Plus show, rumor has it Kevin Feige shelved it after seeing the first cut. Second, Pedro Pascal fatigue. The man was in 8 major projects in 2024 alone, including the disastrous Last of Us game adaptation. And third, rumors circulated that extensive reshoots were ordered after test audiences described Sue Storm as even more annoying than Brie Larson in Endgame. Yet here's what nobody predicted. Director Matt Shakman pulled off a miracle. How is that? By doing the one thing no MCU movie has done in a long time. He made something that feels real, not a theme park ride, not a corporate synergy product, just a movie about people you might care about. In 2025, that's revolutionary. The biggest surprise? Pedro Pascal's Reed Richards isn't just good. He might be the best live-action Reed ever. According to VFX artists who worked on the film, 60% of his performance came from reshoots where he completely changed the character's vibe. This isn't the cold, emotionally detached genius we've seen before. Pascal brings something new, a Reed who's brilliant but human. You see the weight of leadership in his eyes, the quiet panic when he realizes he might fail his family. It's a career-best performance in a role nobody saw coming. Then there's Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm. Forget those girl boss rumors. She's actually the emotional anchor of the film. Her power isn't in throwing punches, but in her vulnerability. Kirby delivers a calm, grounded strength that makes Sue feel real. One of the film's boldest choices is showing Sue pregnant while saving the world, and Kirby makes every moment believable. She doesn't need to smash through walls to prove her worth. Even the Thing lands better than expected. Eben Moss-Bachrach delivers a standout performance, bringing a rugged, lived-in humanity to Ben Grimm that's rarely found in superhero movies. Beneath the rocky exterior is a man grappling with isolation, loyalty, and a deep well of emotion. His performance balances toughness with surprising tenderness, making the Thing feel more like a tragic, reluctant hero than just muscle. Joseph Quinn lights up the screen as the Human Torch, literally and figuratively. He brings a reckless charm and fiery charisma to Johnny Storm that feels effortless. Quinn strikes the perfect balance of swagger, humor, and emotional depth, turning Johnny into more than just the team's hothead. Whether he's cracking jokes or diving headfirst into danger, he commands attention in every scene. It's a fresh, magnetic take on the character that fits this new era of the Fantastic Four. But here's the thing about miracles, they're never perfect. And for all the ways Fantastic Four defies expectations, some cracks in the foundation just can't be ignored. The Silver Surfer might be the most wasted potential here. New VFX breakdowns show her original arc had 22 minutes of cutscene, including a horrifying sequence where she flashbacks to Galactus consuming her homeworld. Even wilder, test screenings had her speaking in alien language with subtitles. But what did we end up with instead? A cool-looking enigma who turns good way too fast. Then there's Galactus. While the design is terrifying, his motivation makes zero sense. Why does he need Franklin? According to the art book, early scripts had him seeking the child to reverse his own entropy, a brilliant sci-fi concept that got reduced to "give me baby" in reshoots. Even Ralph Ineson, who played Galactus, confirmed in a recent interview that he recorded lines explaining the plan that were cut for being too complicated. Fantastic Four sometimes feels like it's racing against its own runtime. While the brisk pace keeps things engaging, certain moments needed more room to breathe. Key character beats like the Silver Surfer's moral conflict or Ben Grimm's struggle with his transformation get glossed over just when they start to resonate. It's not that these scenes don't work, they just leave you wanting more, as if the film's cutting away right before the emotional payoff. Even behind the scenes, signs pointed to a scramble. Eben Moss-Bachrach admitted in an interview that the script wasn't fully ready when rehearsals began, a shocking reveal for a movie this size. Most studios treat locked scripts as gospel, but Marvel's fix-it-in-post approach affected the final product. Reshoots reportedly added crucial connective tissue, yet some plot threads still feel abruptly snipped. We jump forward about 4 years after the main events of the movie. We're back in the iconic Baxter building, and we see Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman, with her incredibly important son, Franklin Richards. They're just being a family, a quiet moment after everything they've been through. But then Sue steps out of the room for just a moment, and that's when it happens. A mysterious cloaked figure suddenly appears. No grand entrance, no huge fanfare, just there. And in their hand, none other than the infamous, gleaming metallic mask of Dr. Doom. What makes this scene even more chilling is that this figure, implicitly Doom, seems to be interacting with young Franklin. And for anyone who knows the comics, Franklin Richards isn't just Sue and Reed's kid. He's an Omega-level mutant with reality-warping powers so immense, he's practically a god. This isn't just Doom showing up to cause trouble. It's a direct, almost insidious, interest in one of the most powerful beings in the Marvel Universe. This post-credit scene isn't just a teaser. It's a gauntlet being thrown down. It establishes Dr. Doom, not just as the Fantastic Four's arch-nemesis, but as a major, universe-level threat for the entire MCU. And his apparent focus on Franklin suggests a plot that could genuinely reshape reality as we know it. And there you have it. Fantastic Four isn't a masterpiece, but in a year when superhero movies feel more lifeless than ever, it's a welcome spark. It's not just another reboot, it's a fresh start. With Dr. Doom waiting in the wings and Marvel finally leaning into standalone stories, the future suddenly looks fantastic. But what about you? Did this movie reignite your hope for the MCU, or are you still not convinced? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button and share it with your fellow fans. Most importantly, if you want to see more in-depth videos like this, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, we'll catch you in the next one. Until then, take care